Hello fellow Sudokans and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku puzzle for Monday the 31st of May, last day of May 2021. Should be easy level Sudoku puzzle today. Beginners welcome, newbies hello. Before we get on to the Sudoku, I'd just like to talk about some things in the news. I see that Biden is about to meet Putin, and Biden has announced that he is going to sternly wag his finger at Putin over human rights. And another story that I noticed was in Barcelona, where they have been discussing opening a branch of the Hermitage, the St. Petersburg Museum, infamous museum. I say infamous, not in a that normally means bad, doesn't it? I mean famous museum. Maybe some of its collection is infamous, but Barcelona has cancelled the plans. They want a different range, but I was thinking that this is a kind of carrot and stick approach. But I think it's quite possible that we need a little more carrot and a little less stick from the West when it comes to trying to encourage dictatorships, quasi-dictatorships, let's say, to allow better conditions for their people and maybe disapprove of corruption. I think it's not an antagonism against the people of that country. It's always against governments, but governments often manage to persuade people against foreign countries by ginning up antagonism against other people in a nationalistic way, by saying they don't like us, they just don't like us, or something like that. And I think that's this kind of thing can be overcome with a bit more encouragement, a bit more motivation of good things. So, for example, the Hermitage is a huge museum, but I think, if I remember correctly, a lot of its works just can't be displayed because it's just the story is just so vast. So, if it were allowed to open branches in various countries, this would be a promotion of Russian culture, which in itself is really interesting, I think, and seen as a kind of a nice thing, an encouragement, something to show that the West does respect the country. Of course, at the same time, we need some stick for those people who are going around and murdering others. So we do need the stick, but I'm just thinking that maybe a little more carrot at times would be beneficial. Okay, today's news chat over, and let's look at how we solve a Sudoku puzzle. Now, there will be many newcomers today, I think, people who haven't played the game before, because Monday is beginner's day. So what we look at when we see the grid is 9 squares across, 9 squares down, and we consider these in rows, and each row we need the numbers 1 to 9. There are 9 squares. For example, in the top row we have 8, 2 and 4 already. Now, since there are 9 squares, that means that 8, 2 and 4 are done, so we're looking for 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9. Okay, same thing, exactly the same thing in these columns down. This column here already has a lot of numbers. We have 5 numbers already, we only need 4 more to finish the column. And then we look at boxes or blocks, like this one here has a lot of numbers, 7, 9, 5, 8 and 3 already, so we just have 4 more numbers to get in that block. And so it's just this idea of a number being able to appear only once in a row, a column or a block that enables us to find the numbers. For example, if we look at this block up here and we see that this 8 is in this row, and 8 can't appear here, can it? And this 8 means that an 8 can't appear here, and this 8 in this column means that this square here can't be an 8. So 8 stopping this 8 stopping this, and this 8 stopping this. Well, there's only one more square in that block, so that has got to be an 8. And we go around the board looking for similar kinds of things. Now, I don't play these games before starting the video. I don't even look at the grid before starting, and so I'm looking at it as fresh as you are, which means that it might take me a little while to spot some things. Okay, so there's an 8 down this column here, so no 8 again available for any square in this column, and this 8 along this row here means that these two squares can't be an 8, so blocking along here, blocking down here, and that means there's only one square left, so 8's got to go in there. We'll continue with these 8s since we've found a couple already. They are going to be beneficial. This 8 across here, this 8 across here, and this 8 down here means that's our 8 there. Over in this segment down here, we're going to look for the next 8 actually. Can you see it? So look for intersecting 8s. Okay, and you'll notice there's one here, so that's these two squares are out. There's one here, so this square is out, and there's one here, so this square is now out, and 8 has to appear here. Now it seems like there's only one more 8 to get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we need 9 of each digit, right? This is a real game of 9s. Everything is divided into 9. And we only need one more 8. So we can see this 8 blocking down here, this 8 blocking down here, and this 8 blocking this square. So that's our final 8. Let's connect the circle. Okay. Now in this column here, where we are only 3 numbers missing, I happen to notice that there is no 7 just yet. But look, this 7 stops this square from being a 7, and this 7 stops this square from being a 7. And so again, there is only one square left in this column where we can place a 7. Now the missing numbers in this column are actually 5 and 6. We do that by counting through 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have a 5, we don't have a 6, 7, 8, 9 we have. But look, there's a 5 stopping this square here, so there's only one square left. So that's a 5, and now the last number in that column has to be a 6, because those were the 2 missing numbers. This 6 blocks down this column here, this 6 blocks across this row here, so that's not a 6. That has to be a 6. This 6 blocks this square, this 6 blocks these 2 squares here, so that's a 6 there. Up in this segment now, we can find another 6. If you look carefully, the 6 we just filled in, do you see how it blocks this square? This 6 that we did earlier blocks this square, so 6 has to go here. The 2 missing numbers are 1 and 9, but look carefully. If you look for a 9 intersecting, remember that intersecting means like along this row, or this row, or this column, or this column, and guess what? There's a 9 stopping that square from being a 9, so 9 goes there, and the other number is 1, so that goes there. This 1 that we just filled in blocks this square, this 1 blocks this square, so 1's got to go here, hasn't it? And missing numbers in this column now are 4 and 9. You can see this 9 stops from going there, 9 must come here, 4 goes here like so. If I'm doing this quite quickly, just remember you can go back and look at it again. You should be trying to do this yourself, of course, and print the thing out and work work along with the video. 4 blocking along here, 4 blocking on here, 4 blocking down here. That's the 4 there, and 4 down here, 4 down here. Oh, actually, that's not. We don't yet have an intersecting 4. I thought we did, so cancel that idea. That's something that often happens in Sudoku as well. You sometimes see things and then you realize, oh no, that wasn't quite correct. Well, at least that happens to me. I'm assuming happens to other players. One blocking along here, this one blocking along here. That's a 1 there. The missing numbers here are 2 and 4, but we can't do anything about those yet. We don't know which they are. Which is which, rather. So let's look in other places. What's missing down here again is 2 and 4 also. So this 4 blocks this square from being a 4. So that's our 4 there. And this is our last number, which is a 2. Missing numbers in this row. So it's good to look for. So when you see a row like this with only 2 empty squares, really those are ones to focus on, ones to find, because they're often easier. So missing numbers are 4 and 7. We have 1, 2, 3. We don't have 4. We have 5, 6. We have 8 and 9, but we don't have 4 or 7. So this 7 stops that from being a square because it's in this block. So 7 comes here, 4 comes here. Now we're going to take that 4 and use it to block this column here, and this 4 blocking this square. So 4 has to come here. Now there's only one number left, so we can get it. Now if there is only one number left to get in a row, block, or column, you can always get it for sure. And missing number is 2. And that 2 will block these 2 squares and give us a 2 here. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This has to be a 9. Okay. One number missing in this block, and it's the first number. It's 1. First one we tried to count through. Okay. Missing numbers over here now are 2, 4, and 9. Now I can see a 4 intersecting here and a 4 intersecting here, so that's got to be our 4. The last 2 numbers are 2 and 9, but we can't tell which is which, so we just leave those for the moment. Okay. Over here now, 6 blocking this square, this 6 blocking these 2 squares, and this 6 blocking this square means that that's the last number there. If you look down this column, you'll count through, and 1 is the first number you start counting, and 1 is indeed missing. Okay. Now, okay, so just in case you're getting slightly bored with this kind of similar approach, here's a way of looking forward slightly. So here's a 1 blocking these 2 squares here, and here's a 1. Oh, actually I didn't need to. I thought I could show you something slightly more advanced, but I didn't need to after all. I take it back. 1 blocking these 3 squares, this one here blocking this square, 1 blocking here. So 1 is over here. When we take that across, 1 blocking here, 1 blocking up here. That's our 1 there. Let's look and see which is almost complete. When we look around and look for sections that are almost complete, there are 3 numbers missing here. What are they? 2, 7, and 9. No, 2, 7. Sorry, 2, 7, and 5. Take that back. Oh, actually, we can't tell which is which. Because we don't have any intersecting numbers here. Alright, so let's keep at it. What's missing up here? 3 blocks along here. 3 is there 3. 6 is... Okay, so 6 blocking here, 6 blocking here, and 6 blocking here. So that's got to be a 6 there. Excuse the loud motorbike. This 7 blocks these 2 squares, so 7 goes here. Missing numbers are 3 and 9. Do we have any 3s or 9s intersecting down here? No, we don't, so we don't know which is which just yet. So we'll shift tack and look somewhere else. Well, also we have 3 and 9 missing in this column here. Now you'll often find this kind of pattern when playing Sudoku, but this one we can get because we have a 3 blocking this square here. So in this column, this has to be a 3 and this has to be a 9, and now we know we can put our 9 in here. Okay, now this 9 blocks this square. Down here we were looking for a 9, and the last number in this block was a 2. This 2 blocks these 3 squares. 2 goes here now. 2 blocks this square, 2 blocks this square, and 2 goes there. Okay, it may seem a bit fast, but if this is your first time, but really there's nothing difficult about this. We don't yet have a 5 in this top row. It's just a matter of counting through the numbers, where the difference in speed is just really because When you play the game often enough, the numbers, you don't really have to count through them. You can just kind of, your eye will just recognize which numbers are missing very quickly, I think. Although you can sometimes make a mistake doing it like that. This 9 blocks this square, so 9 comes here. 3 goes there, which is our last number. This 3 blocks this square. This 3 blocks this square, so 3 goes here. There's one number missing up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No 7 yet, so in goes the 7. Count through here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 we don't have, so 5 goes there. One number missing along here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a 7. Okay, you see how we do this? It's really not difficult. Now there are just 4 numbers missing. So what are they? What's missing here? 1, 2, we don't yet have a 3, but this 3 blocks this square here, so 3 goes there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goes here. This 5 stops that from being a 5. 5 goes there. The last number, if you count through, you'll find is 7. This is our basic level Sudoku puzzle. If you're a beginner, I hope you must try it yourself. You can't just watch the video. Even if you've watched the video, you need to go to the link and print or fill the numbers into some kind of online solver if you want to, and try it yourself, because it's a game that you really need to practice and try for yourself if you want to improve. Thank you very much for joining me. Please subscribe to this channel. Enjoy life as best you can. The pandemic is still around. We haven't got rid of it yet, unfortunately. I hope that we can, and museums will be able to open again, and cross culture will happen again. Okay, thank you. Bye bye. Hope to see you again tomorrow for another easy level puzzle.